Welcome back to the countdown to Superman Legacy, where I'm reviewing every mainline Superman movie, one per day, until the Man of Steel returns to theaters. Today, Superman Returns, a cinematic love letter to the Christopher Reeve era that sadly forgets to find its own voice. Director Bryan Singer clearly worships Richard Donner's original Superman, and you feel it in every frame, from the sweeping John Williams score to the opening credit design that directly mirrors the 1978 film. This is less a reboot and more a cinematic seance. It's reverent, but also reverent to a fault. The film is constantly reminding you of what is basically a better movie, which is a problem when this one struggles to carve out its own unique identity. It's supposed to be a soft reboot, ignoring Superman 3 and 4, but even continuity with Superman 2 is a little shaky at best. Somehow the Crystal Console in the Fortress of Solitude still works, despite being destroyed in Superman 2. If you're going to be a sequel, at least be consistent. If you're going to be a reboot, commit. Superman Returns tries to do both, and it ends up doing neither very well. Now let's talk casting. Brandon Routh is fine. He looks the part, he does a decent Reeve impression, but he never feels like Superman. He lacks the warmth, the magnetism, and especially the contrast between Clark Kent and Superman. Reeve made Clark believably bumbling, awkward, lovable, hiding in plain sight. Routh's Clark is just kind of quiet, forgettable. There's no spark, no rhythm, no reason to believe anyone wouldn't immediately connect the dots. He's not bad, but he's just not memorable. Now for the highlights. And yeah, there are some. Kevin Spacey, personal controversies aside, is a fantastic Lex Luthor. He brings menace, charm, and a real sense of danger. He's not playing the role for laughs like Hackman did. There's a cruelty behind the smile. It's easily one of the best Lex Luthor portrayals put to screen. And then there's that plane rescue. Whew, that scene. From the malfunctioning shuttle to the roaring descent into a baseball stadium, it's pure cinematic gold. It's thrilling, beautifully paced, and might just be the best Superman rescue ever captured on film. For a moment, the movie soars, literally and metaphorically. It is just a shame the rest of the film couldn't quite keep up with the brilliance of this scene, because god damn if it did, this movie would have been special. And in relation to that, let me talk about the emotional arc. Lois Lane, her new family. I got issues with this. And that whole Superman trying to find his place in a world which has moved on. Chronologically, there are some problems with what we're being fed in this script. Let me break it down. The film wants us to sympathize with Lois. She wrote an article called "Why the World Doesn't Need Superman." She's raising a child. She's with Richard White. And she's angry that Clark left. But here's the thing. Her son Jason, who is clearly Superman's kid, pretty much confirmed to be so at the end. Let's tap into that. What's the timeline of events here? Because if Jason is 5 years old, and Superman's been gone for 5 years, let's just say Lois moved on very quickly. It undercuts her emotional credibility. Her hurt feels performative when the math tells a different story. It becomes hard to sympathize with either side when the movie won't commit to the reality it's presenting. This movie's very mid. It's fine. It's completely disjointed with the emotional connection between Superman and Lois, but it's got a great Luthor and it's got that scene. Ooh, what do I score it? I'm giving this movie above average, but still relatively mediocre, 6 out of 10. I think that's about where it lands. Superman Returns is full of potential and noble intentions. It wants to pay tribute, it wants to recapture magic, but in doing so, it forgets to build something new. It's too bound to the past to forge a future. And while it has moments of brilliance, a phenomenal set piece, a strong villain, and a gorgeous score, it lacks a heartbeat. It lacks character. It respects Superman as an icon, but it doesn't give us much reason to connect with him as a person. It's respectable, it's admirable, but ultimately it's a bit emotionally distant. Tomorrow, everything changes. Zack Snyder steps to the helm with Man of Steel, and it's as far from this movie as Krypton is from Earth. So brace yourself, the tone shifts hard. And to make sure you don't miss that review, be sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not already. Tickle that notification bell so you're alerted when that next review goes up, as I count down to the release of Superman Legacy right here on the silver screen, dude. So until tomorrow, stay super. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.